Hello, everybody. I think that I thought my music would play till 9 o'clock. I was like about 2 minutes off, so I apologize for that. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Again, to my talk show, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for letting me be able to come to you guys another time and try to shed some light on what's going on in this world as far as what's going on in our lives. I like to wish all mothers, a happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys have a special day tomorrow, and those of us whose mothers have went on home, but we have kids, this is another time for us to shine the light on our wives, sisters, whoever's in our lives that's acting as a mother, or even men that's have to raise your kids. We want to wish you a happy Mother's Day as well. So it's a special day for the ladies, for the mothers. So let's make it special for them. That's just really what it's about. So, but first of all, I just want to share some things about the my talk show. What I'm gonna talk to you about um, tonight, um, this evening rather. What's going on? I've did some research and I noticed a lot of identity theft. I mentioned identity theft before, how important it is for us to get ID protection. But even though some of us don't, I still want to give you some ins and outs of what we shouldn't do. And first of all, we shouldn't ever, if you go to the hospital, you say, okay, they give you this, 8 or 9 sheets of paper to fill out. Don't ever, never, ever, ever put your social security number on there. If they say, oh, we need your social security number, no, they don't need it. You can say, I'm not putting it on there. Just flat out tell them I'm not putting it on there. Because if something goes wrong and they hand it over to a collection agency, that gives them a pipeline to get in touch with you. Not saying that that'll happen, but just to protect you. You don't have to put your social security number. In fact, you don't have to put your social security number anywhere. Uh, Make them ask for it, and then when they ask for it, why? Why do you need my social security number? You got my name and address, that type of thing. I wouldn't even give them your driver's license number, because driver's license number is just as good as a social security number. So if they got your name and address, let that be suffice for that. So please, don't ever put your social security number on pretty much anything anymore, because everybody's stealing. They got computers. The hackers, they got computers, 5 or 6 of them. I read about this online somewhere. They got 5 or 6 of them. All they do is just got them programmed to where if they can pull in you like a fish. If they can pull you in, so any type of information, they just go back and forth. And these people to just sit at home and just rob people blind. So please be careful with that. So and another thing, they send you a lot of credit cards. Those that people that have good credit, uh, they're going to send you. They always send you. They keep sending you credit cards. Well, a lot of people say, I'm going to close out those credit cards. Think about it twice. Do your homework. Don't always close out those credit cards. When I was in my 20s, if you had 8 charge cards, your credit is messed up. Times have changed. If you got 8 charge cards, they looking at, oh, he or she, they're managing their money pretty good. So don't keep a balance on them, but don't close them, because if you got 5 or 6 credit cards and you're only using 2 of them, then they looking at, okay, well, he or she got all these credit cards. You're managing your money very well. So times have changed. But if you got 5 6 credit cards and you got balances on all of them, of course you know yourself that you can't pay for all that. You just got more going out than you got coming in. But don't close your credit cards, okay? It's best to keep a balance, and then if you do have good credit, you should have credit cards with no yearly membership fees. Okay, if you got membership fees, then it's up to you whether you want to close them out or not. I mean that's fine, but I just want you to know your credit score is based on how you manage your credit cards. So, just you can take that with a grain of salt. If you got 6 or 7 credit cards, you only got 2 balances on them, keep the rest of them open. I have credit cards. I don't have any yearly membership. And because eventually I did close them, but I do have some more. The membership is free, so but you do have to use them once a year. Go out, buy something, $30, and just pay that $30 because that they send that in to the credit bureau. So just to give you a tip on that. So another thing, when we hear a lot on the radio, I hear a lot on the radio. Oh, we coming to your town. We're gonna be this is the great time to buy houses and flip houses. Be very careful because they're gonna make their sales pitch sound very, very good to you. And they know a lot of us are hurting, and they know a lot of us think about, oh, I think I can do that. I think I can do that. You know why? Because I dealt with carton sheets. Who's ever listening? 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Carlton Sheets. I think, I think they finally caught up with him too. But, um, but yeah, I went to the seminar and they had a good sales pitch, and I almost did some stocks. I almost, got into some stocks, but luckily my wife, kind of talked me out of that. But I was always trying to find a way I need to make some money. I need to make some money. But the best way to make money is do it the hard way. Get a job, use your talents and gifts, and open up a business. Find the interest that you like to do, because a lot of times you venture off into something you really don't know about. You really don't really want to do it, but oh well, that's a way to make money. So use your gifts and talents. Make yourself rich. Stop making everybody else rich. So be very careful about these seminars, because only thing they want you to do is get there. It's just like going to the car dealership. Just get them here. Once they get you there, then they're gonna bring another guy out, and he that's the guy that knows how to talk. And then all of a sudden, near the end, do yourself a favor. Get up and walk out. That's the best thing you can do. Just get up and walk out. You got enough knowledge, whatever they tell you. Write your notes down. You go. But the thing about it, we have to do our homework. Okay? We can't let other people do our homework for us. Okay? We have to do our homework, because a lot of people fill us with a lot of false information and we eat it up. And then all of a sudden, I thought. No, we got to do our own homework, because people could care less. Only thing they want is our money. So, take what you need to write down, but just be very careful and get up and walk out, and then go do your own thing. You just got to do your homework. So, but I just want to give you guys a head up in that. And I think I talked before about getting people to repair your credit. Let me tell you, I did my research. You're going to see them. You don't see them as much because a lot of people are wising up. They can't clean your credit up, okay? Nobody can clean your credit up but you, okay? What you need to do is write letters. Sit down. If something is wrong on your credit report, don't pay nobody to say, well, can you write these people a letter? Write your own letter. You just have to do your homework. Get the address of your 3 credit reports. Call them. What do I need to do? They'll tell you. Find time, sit down. I know our schedules, you're doing this, you're doing that, but you have to find time to write that letter, to let them know. Whatever you do, just write it down so you'll know how things are done. Things are done by procedures, a procedural type way. So the money you're going to pay somebody to repair your credit, that's the money you can pay to put down to pay your debts down. So don't think somebody can clear up your debt. They can't. So, but just want to give you a heads up on that. And another thing, I got some good stuff tonight. Got some good stuff. I have had people to call my phone, and a lot of times I don't answer it. If I look at the call, oh, if it's not a number coming up that's in my phone, I don't answer it. Those of you that say, "Oh, it could be something important," and you call, they don't want you to answer the phone. They want you to call back because as soon as you call back, they click a button, and it could be Nigeria, it could be overseas somewhere. And you know what? That's a long distance phone call. Those that have cell phones, then that's a different story. But if you at home and you pick up the phone or you hit that redial, don't do it. Uh, if you don't know, if you got a caller ID, which if you don't have caller ID, you should, because times have changed. You can't really believe everybody's doing the right thing anymore. People are doing some things that it's crooked. It's crooked. Okay, so don't call back, because when they call back, it could be a long distance phone call, and they actually, I mean, they're the crooks are so good they can actually put stuff on your home phone or your cell phone bill that you don't know nothing about. So don't call back. Okay. It's a callback number. You can it's the opt out uh that you get. I don't have the number. If I get the number, I'll put it on here next time. But it's an opt out where you can get the no call, where people can't call you. It's one for credit cards and it's one for no, you can't call me. Okay, for the telemarketers. But yeah, don't answer, because they can put money and charges on your bill. Always check your phone bill and your home phone bill and your cell phone bill. Always check both of them monthly, because it's hidden charges on. It's so many on there you really don't know, but you can kind of tell if you look at it monthly. You can kind of tell, hey, where did this come from? It could be from you calling back. We don't have a home phone. One of my classmates, she was talking about she wanted to get her home phone, getting out just a cell phone. There's pros and cons, about that. We don't have a. I mean, I do have a home phone, but it's through my internet connection. So that's a whole different story. But that's an 800 number I use for the business. But yeah, uh, don't call back on that. So, but I just want to share that with you, as far as that go. So, but anyway, um, I wanted to get that. I know a lot of people tune in and really wanted to see what I could help them save some money. So that's what I wanted, to hurry up and do that. And but I want to get to the business at hand. I I try not to talk about the Bible. A lot of you are on my Facebook page. You see what I talk about. I talk about the Bible a lot. And, excuse me. And if you know, on my talk shows, I don't talk about the Bible a lot, but because I know you guys hear it all the time, and you probably don't want to hear it on my talk show, and so I haven't been uh, really talking about it. But that's our only way out. I'm sorry. That's our only way out. We can go do everything under the sun, but if we don't open up that Bible and get our instructions, we might not get our blessings. Okay, because our race is so far removed that we can't really get a grasp on where we headed to the future. We can look at the future and we see the future. I wrote something down, and let me share this with you. Let's go back to 1970. Okay, I'm in the baby boom generation, and I was born in the 50s, and a lot of the baby boom generations, I think we're from the 40s to the maybe 55 or 60 or something. 45 to 65. That might be the baby boom generation. So 1970, blacks really was starting to rise up from the 40s and 50s to start a middle class. Okay, we worked 20 to 25 years to build up the middle class. In that 20 to 25 years, we established the middle class. So now I'm going on 60 in August. And some of the baby boom generations are over 60, and some of them are 50 to 55. So we have blacks in America. We have established a middle class. Okay, we got a middle class. So you look at 2014. I, have we reached the peak of the middle class? Because we look at the last 50 years, we were just building the middle class, which we didn't really have that much. We didn't have that much. I can look at my father's brothers and sisters, okay, and they were coming out of the depression when he was a kid. We looking at the I think the 30s when the depression was in the 30s, and my father was born in 23, my mother was born in 27. So they were in their early 20s, maybe right at 20. Okay, so they worked very hard to establish that middle class, but it was pretty rough. I know down south, I know it was very rough, but we grew up in the Midwest, and it was union, just like with people growing in Chicago, Detroit. The more up east you went, the more unions they had, which people can make a decent salary. So we built the middle class, but 2014, and in 50 years from now, my generation is gone. We're gone. So just like what the Bible says, that generation died off. And so uh, that's why I know that we have to embrace the Bible to engage young people, because young people, it's hard for them to believe they can't see a future. I put myself in the 20s. In when I was 20, all I wanted was, to be able to make some money, get me a car, give me an apartment, but I don't know what the mentality of the 20-year-olds now, because they can't see probably getting them a car, giving them an apartment, one day getting married, or this, finishing college, boom boom boom. I don't think they see that. And or owning a business, so me myself, we got to embrace the Bible. I'm talking about the root, okay? Because I put on Facebook today about these preachers. It's somebody's. I, I can't help putting on negative stuff because it's reality stuff, okay? But when our young kids at 20, we know what we did at 20, okay? But um when we try to get them to get into church, or even if you don't go to church, get into the Bible. I try to get you to bring your kids to Sunday school. It's very hard when you got, but if you're reading the Bible and you see a preacher do some stupid stuff, that's not going to discourage you. But when you don't read the Bible and a preacher do some stupid stuff, that's why I don't go to church. That gives them my outlet. That's why I don't go to church. I ain't giving my money to blah blah blah. But it's really not about that, because when you read the Bible, you see that how God wants you to be obedient to his word. So it doesn't matter what other people does, because you read about how wicked people was in the Bible. So people are going to always be wicked, because God is going to expose those people. But we're losing our young people. They not getting educated. Our young black men are going to prison. So we've got to engage the Bible. Black men, we never, as a people, sure, a few here, a few there, but as a people, black men, we never been engaged into the Bible. We go to church, we turn on the TV, we see different stuff where a man is not supposed to read the Bible. Some men are not supposed to go to church. You go to church? You know where that was at? It was on Good Times. When I was in my 20s, when Good Times came out. So did my father go to church? You see that true to you, TV? I'm gonna be true to you. My father went to church when I was younger, very young in life. I got a picture of him when he was on the usher board with my mother. They were on the usher board, but then all of a sudden he quit going to church. So here it is. I'm coming up 10, 12, 14, but my mother made us go to church. Okay? So where am I at today? I'm in church. Okay? Train a child in the way they should go. They will not depart from it. But if we don't give our young black men a basis, then they feel like that they gonna live their life until they're gone. So black men, we've got to do this. Let's start opening the Bible, reading the Bible, because you're going to have to stop even if you leave this world. You're going to stop doing what you're doing. So why not try to stop doing it now and start leaving something for your kids? Because once you embrace the Bible, you're going to say, okay, I can't do this, I can't do this. So I got to start doing this, I got to start. And God's going to, you want a car, house, whatever, you'll get that. But you're not going to get it unless you get obedient. The only way you're going to get obedient is through the Bible. I'm sorry. It's no other way. We can talk, but faith without works is dead. Okay? So let's open up the Bible and start dialogue. I was at the gym today, and young guys, the minute it came, they get upset or they carry on natural conversation. Cussing. I said, man, stop cussing. This is a church. Okay? So that's how they naturally talk, which I understand that. I had to learn too. So now I can carry on the conversation. I haven't cussed in years. I can carry on the conversation, but when you start cussing at me, our conversation's over because I don't need to hear it, okay? So if I say stop cussing, it usually happens. So but this is what we have to do. We have to start engaging the black man in the Bible. So I talk to our youth, and when I say, let's open up the Bible, but if you're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old and coming to Sunday school, it's going to be a lot easier to engage. But when you don't know anything, then all of a sudden something hits you in life and say, I'm going to join church. You have to go further and open up the Bible. You should have it on audio. It should be in we've got technology which should be in our cell phones. And boom, start putting God first. God don't want to be, nothing's going to change. The Bible's going to be the same today, tomorrow, and forever. God's not going to change. We change. So if we can engage the black man, we can start getting our future, getting our young black. The key to our future is our young black men. Men has always been a protector. God made man, then he made woman. So if we never open up the Bible, God still has been blessing us like he did the Israelites. Sorry, this is it. Okay? I have to talk this way. Okay? Because some of us, maybe you don't know. I don't know whether you know or not, but God made man, so we're supposed to be dominant. But when we don't do what we're supposed to do, how much do we think God's going to keep blessing us? He blesses with beautiful children. We don't marry the woman. We have sex with the woman. But we're the key, man. We're the key. I know a lot of men are not listening. I know I probably got more women listeners than men, but the man is the key. Look at where our young black men are going. Now, if that man was in that child's life, and that man had a nice job, had a business, what do you think he's going to do with that kid? You think that kid is going to sit up there and not get educated or not go to finish high school or go to college? No, he will. But when that black man is not doing God's will, I'm sorry. That's it. God gave us Dr. King when my father couldn't get this job or my uncle couldn't get this job. This was my generation. So all of them sat on the corner because nobody could work. And here it is, my generation. We got scholars. We got black presidents. It's time. It's time. We can go anywhere. We can do anything. We can live anywhere. It's time. But when we don't own nothing, we don't, I don't want you to succeed because I ain't got nothing. Come on. That's the way it is. But if you had something, I had something, kind of like Tulsa, Oklahoma. Google it. Google Tulsa, Oklahoma. But when you got the forces against you, we're gonna make sure that you don't. Okay, but we all black people have always rose up from adversity. We're resilient. But now the time has come for us to say, I gotta open up the Bible. Because in 50 years, my generation is dead. And I peeked into the future. Okay? We're going to go right back to the way we were. And some of the forces want, yeah, that's the way we want you to be. But we rose up. We can say, well, we had it. We had it from about 1970 to 2030. What, 70, 80 years? But look, it's 15 something, 16 something, 17 something. 1865, when we finally got 18 people. 1865, when we got free. 1965 was 100 years. We had nothing. Look at history. It's not in the books, but it's on the internet. 1865 to 1965. I'm pretty good. It's 9:30. Sorry. Those of you that gotta go, you gotta go. Those of you that say, because those of you with businesses, I'm working hard to try to get my Skype set up so you can call in and you can give a little business promo to your business, okay? Get your business promo together. I said this before, but the way I work, and with my, I work a lot. I still got my business on the side. I don't get a lot of time to do a lot of stuff, and when I have something, it's got to be right. So I'm not gonna put it half out there. It's got to be right. But people with businesses, get your business promo. Give our people a discount. We always want the low, okay? So bring people into your business. If you business minded, you should know how to have sales, okay? Don't hurt your business by having sales, but bring people into your business. So I'm going to give people opportunity. If you have a business, I'm going to give you opportunity to advertise your business. I'm not going to give you no 5 minutes. Boom. In and out. Are people going to have their pencil and paper ready? So they know where you at, anywhere that you're at in the country, okay? But 1865 to 1965. Okay, 1965, 1970. We lost Dr. King in 68. Dr. King sacrificed. Dr. King could have raised his kids, but God told him the way he told Jonah, do this. Dr. King was obedient. They took Dr. King from us, but look what he left. We got educated, but we didn't open up businesses. We got educated, but that's fine. Whatever we had, that's fine. But now it's time to open up the Bible because there's no way out of this. Our young black men are going to jail. Our elderly black men, we can't leave anything for the younger generation. Okay? So let's open up the Bible, and we don't have to worry about what other races do because we're saying what we need to do to preserve our race. Because we're going to go right back to being dependent. And a lot of us are still dependent instead of being independent. A lot of us wake up, we don't want to go to that job in the morning. but we do because we got to pay the bills. So let's start opening up the Bible. Ladies, if you into the Bible, it says in the Bible that if you don't have to just try to if not encourage the man, but always be in position so that man to know that you're godly, and then he'll follow suit. That's it. In so many words, that's what the Bible says. I could be wrong. I know a preacher can quote me on that, but we have to start with the Bible. That's our only way out. So, but anyway, I didn't get to a lot of the specifics that I wanted to get to about our young black men. But I do want to say that we're we if we can rise up, we can preserve our race. Okay, if we don't open up the Bible, we fail. I always put open the Bible, open your mind, open your business. Because when a 8-year old is coming up, if his dad is working the business, I saw a guy today. He, had riding more on the back. He had a trailer, had a pickup, had a young guy. I think it was like 20, 23, something like that. And I stopped and said, "Hey man," because I do vehicle graphic. I said, "Hey man, you need to put something on that truck so they can see you." And he said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So we talked a little bit. He wanted magnets. I said, "Well, magnets are real more costly." So, but we talked about. I gave him my business card. That was great. He's teaching that young man how to fish. Okay, teach him how to fish. He'll eat for a day. I mean, give him a fish, he'll eat for the day. Teach him how to fish, he'll eat forever. So that little kid will eat forever. So this now, if that black man is in the Bible, God is going to keep blessing him. Anything that he's trying to do, you'll get your blessings, but why keep your blessings to a minimum? I can't get your blessings. Your blessings are your blessings. God has so many blessings, he just blesses his people. And I want to be one of his people. Okay? So when my life is spent, I want to go on knowing that I left something where my baby girl or my boys, they can eat. Okay? So, but anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining in. I try to stay about 9:30, so I'm right at 9:30. So, but I want to thank you guys for joining in. I'm working on my Google Hangouts. We're gonna talk. I got everything where the technology's here. I love technology. I embrace technology. So I'm working on my Google Hangouts. I'm working on my Skype. I'm on vacation this week. So when I come back on, I'm hoping that I can bring callers in. So, but I just want you guys to know that the way you see me is the way I like to see you. And that's like a HD webcam. Okay. Think about it. Purchasing you a HD webcam to call in and some headphones. If you could do that, you'll look like me. But if whatever you got, that's fine. But I just want you to know, if you want to look like me, please. But if you got something on your laptop or something like that, then use that camera. But HD 720p or 1080p, please think about that. Okay, you'll look just like me, and that's everything is really going high definition. Okay. But anyway, thanks for joining in. Mothers, have a great Mother's Day. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Those that are on Facebook, I'm always be there. So thank you for joining me, and God bless you all.